okay. The night before she passed away, she looked at me and threw her arm up. She hadn't been speaking for days, a little bit here and there, and really not even moving much. She threw her arm up and she said, "Is it time?" I said, "Yeah, it's time." And we cried, and I bawled my eyes out. And she said, "Rudy," and I said, should I go get Rudy?" And she shook her head no, and she said, "Rudy," and I said, "Yeah, of course, Rachel, Rudy was coming with me, I'll take care of her." And I laid in bed with her for, a couple hours, a few hours. And in the morning, that morning, she passed away. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I need something permanent. I need something. She deserves something. A scholarship, anything. Something. A book, a pamphlet with her picture on it, just saying that she lived a life and she was here. She was alive. This was Rachael Anna Kowal. And this is her story. She deserves that much. She does. There's nothing. And if I'm trying to, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but if I'm trying to explain it, picture yourself at that age, being told you're going to die, nothing you can do about it, and dying at a young age before your dreams come true. Now think about who in your life, is there someone in your life, you're young before you had a chance to really make your mark on this world, have kids, have a house, create a family, a life, achieve the things that you've always dreamed of achieving. Is there someone in your life, if you died young like that, who would do whatever to scrape up anything to continue to tell your story? Is there someone who would tell your story? If you didn't have a gravestone, you didn't have a marker, a monument, or anything written that's permanent to tell people that are still here that you were alive and you lived and you were here, is there someone in your life who would do that for you? That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing here. I don't want to go to meetings and learn how to get over my selfish bullshit grief, because that's not what it's about. It's about her. It's about Rachael. And she was alive. She was here. Right now I'm laying in a bed that's foam, a memory foam mattress. Honest to God, her imprint is to my left. I can still see Rachel's imprint on this fucking bed. So no, I'm not going to let it go. No, I'm not going to move on and stop congratulating me for doing so, because I haven't. I'm a mess. I need something out there in the universe with her image and her story, anything. And so that's why I'm here, and that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I'm going to laugh, and I'm just not going to stop. I don't care if there's 0 listeners for the next 100 posts. I'm not going to stop. That's all I got to say. If anybody else has been there, gone through the same thing, it's really something to watch, to be with your best life partner, your best friend, the thing you love the most in the world, and to hold them and watch them die. It's really something. And I will never be the same. And I want people to stop asking me stop expecting that from me. It's enough that I'm not jumping out of a freaking window, honestly. I owe it to her to have my occupation be something meaningful and have purpose. I owe that to her, for us. And I owe it to her to tell her story. And this is the only way I know how right now. It's the only way I know how. I'm sorry I'm not posting on Facebook hikes around the mountains or, pictures of my pets, my cat. I'm sorry I'm not posting selfies of me at a, vintage, next to a vintage gumball machine. I'm not ever going to post that shit. This is what's going on in my life and my brain, and I'm using Facebook and I'm using social media to just blast her out there. Anyone who is close to Rachael, you got to feel it too. She deserves that. Nobody's responsible for anything, and I'm just asking people to never expect me to, please don't pat me on the back and say, well, you're learning to move on, it gets easier, any of that shit. It's not about me. If you want to make me feel good, come up to me and tell me you saw a picture of Rachael if you didn't know her. And wow, was she beautiful. Come up to me if you did know her and say, Jed, I like what you're doing. I like what you said about Rachael. I heard about Rachel's story here. This is a story from me, from my life with Rachael. This is my perspective. I love hearing that stuff. It makes me feel better. Hearing one time me and Rachael, one of Rachel's childhood best friends will text me saying, talking about how they were in the car, laughing or something. That helps me more than anything, because I'm having a hard time getting past just the visuals and the whatever it is, the 15 months, and in the end, I can't get past that day, and I can't get out of that room with her. I don't want to, and it helps hearing other people's experiences with Rachael when she was not sick and happy, and even when she was sick, she was happy, But I know she didn't feel fulfilled, and I'd like to get something out there. I just want to keep making something positive in her name, keep her memory alive, that's all. I don't know. I haven't slept in a couple days. I didn't sleep last night, so I don't care. This is live. Anyone who's listening, I apologize. I don't know, maybe this was a bad one. I'm angry today. And I fucking miss her.